Well, that was brilliant. Today, Peter Cooling couldn't make it into the studio, but Colm Walsh is here filming for us as usual. And we've got two very special guests. We've got young Jack Ahern and young Adam O'Sullivan.
How's it going?
Hello, welcome to the Washboard Hour, guys. You didn't mind sitting around there waiting, listening to all the tracks, did you?
Oh no, it's lovely listening to Rory as always.
I can see you bopping away there. Tell me a bit about yourself, Jack. I know you well from coming into the shop over all through the years, but a lot of people would know you from Mishap. You're the guitarist.
Yeah, I suppose I was the guitar player and singer for that band. I'd say 2 years ago now at this stage, or a year ago nearly. So
you're going off doing your solo?
Well, I'm going off doing a different project at the moment. I left the band, and I kind of left it on a high, I suppose, really, because we were doing quite well, except I've been in that band for nearly 9 years, since I started playing music, so that Mishap has been around for that long. So. And
you were touring, and you did gigs in Oslo and things like that, didn't you?
Yeah, we went over to Oslo. We played a Rory Gallagher Festival over there, actually, which was fantastic. It's lovely to travel with the music, as always.
And the fans always received you well, they'd say?
Hopefully, anyway. I think they did.
Well, I always saw very good feedback from everything that I ever heard about you, and always went down well, and you see it on Facebook, all the photographs of you, and they're all delighted with you.
Oh, well, sure, we tried our best anyway, but it's nice to move on as well and do something different, because sure, you wouldn't want something drying up and going stale, really, I suppose,
Absolutely, yeah. And you've both of you have been fans of Rory Gallagher, I presume, all your lives, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And are you, Jack, are you in Scosta still, or have you finished?
No, I actually just finished this year, finished the music sound and management degree out, I suppose, what would you call it, the course. I finished the course out there. It's not really the degree, but it's definitely information that will help me in my music career for the rest of my life. I would suggest it to any musician that's thinking of going half professional. It's really good information, and it's a great course. You really do learn a lot, and it grounds you as a musician, I think, really, to be honest.
Adam, are you heading in that direction, do you think?
I'd
imagine so.
I want to do music.
I can wait till they see you. It'll be brilliant. And Jack, what are you up to these days? I know you're going off to a gig after this, aren't you?
I am, yeah. I'm up in Lahinch, or rather down in Lahinch.
Yeah.
But I'm playing around, doing a load of covers gigs at the moment, just to make a bit of ends meet, I suppose. Doing stuff acoustically with just one man and acoustic guitar. Yeah. Playing in a band called the Jabronis, playing in a band called the Toys. Just loads of different covers bands, and kind of just pick and choose the musicians around Cork who will play with me, who's available, that kind of thing. Yeah. But then also I'm doing my original stuff at the moment as well, under the guise of Lonely House, I suppose.
All right, sure.
Is kind of my, I suppose, what would you call a pseudonym? Yeah. It's kind of my stage name, I suppose. I'm trying to take up, and
Lonely House.
Yeah, Lonely House. Trying to do something a bit different, you know what I mean. I released the single on the 7th of March. It's on iTunes and all that. It's called Something More, and it's kind of a completely different direction to what I would have been doing with Mishap. But I just play I listen and play so much music that I don't really stick to one style or anything like that, because I think it can get a bit boring then if you get
is that what you're doing all day long, every day kind of thing? You're playing at home, or you're playing
I'm either playing in gigs or playing at home, or I basically have very little time to myself to kind of sit down and relax, but
you're just totally invested in it.
It's a good complaint to have, though.
And yourself, Adam, and all your spare time, I think you do play a few instruments?
I do, I play I started the pipes 2 years ago.
Did you?
Jesus, that's cool.
Well done, brilliant.
Thanks. And I play flute and whistle and guitar, so
Where are you playing the pipes?
In Mallow, a woman called Rose O'Leary is teaching me.
Oh, brilliant,
And she's telling me that Michael O'Reilly got his first pipes out of Crowleys as well.
He did, yeah. And what's incredible actually is my grandfather taught Micheál Rivig's father, and then Micheál Rivig taught John Mitchell, and then John Mitchell taught me, because I used to do it in the Rs years ago, and John Mitchell taught Colm Walsh there beside you as well.
Cool.
It's amazing, the connection, isn't it?
Yeah, we're all related in some way.
But are you mostly playing guitar?
Mostly playing guitar, because I suppose it's the easiest to pick up, and if riffs come into your head and that sounds good, you start playing. I would play for 2 hours easily at home in the bedroom,
They'll never get you out of there, I'd say, do they?
No.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 15 now. 15, and
You played in Store in February, and I think at the time you were just turning 15.
I was still 14 at the time.
Yeah. And did you enjoy doing that inside the shop?
Brilliant, yeah.
It was cool. It was great to have you there, and absolutely brilliant. You know.
Thanks.
Jack, will you play a song for us?
I will, of course. If
Thanks
you'd like.
a million. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll squeak one out for you. All right.
Go for it, yeah.
So this one is Pistol Slapper Blues, and as Rory would have said, it was recorded way back in 1920 something or another. So I hope you enjoy this.
Someday, when you said you didn't love me, you were stretched out across my bed and drinking moonshine whiskey, talking all out of your head. Well, I feel like snapping my pistol in your face. I'm gonna let the graveyard be a resting place. Alright.
Excellent, yeah, it's going there, Jack.
Thank you.
You look very happy, I must say.
Yeah. It's nice playing.
You're in your element, playing Rory Gallagher and stuff. So the two of you, do you know in and out all the albums and tracks and the names of, and because I find the fans, they come into the shop on a constant basis and they be talking about the different tracks and different albums, and sometimes they lose me, to be honest with you, because I don't have that much stored in the brain at all.
Yeah, I would definitely say that I'd be fairly good with tracks and stuff like that, and albums and years and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, get all the details. And what about you, Adam? Are you the same?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Totally devoted, like.
Yeah.
I'm going to play this track for you now. It's called I Can't Believe It's True, and after that we'll have Adam, you can play a track for us then after that, okay?
Right.
Just 2 seconds. So that's a brilliant track, Can't Believe It's True. If you've just tuned into UCC 98.3, you're listening to the Washboard Hour, and this hour is dedicated to the memory of Rory Gallagher. I have two special guests in the studio, Jack Ahern and Adam O'Sullivan, and they're both serious Rory Gallagher fans. And both of you, have you gone to Ballyshannon, either of you?
No.
I'll say no because of the politics that's involved.
Yeah, there's politics, alright, definitely.
Yeah, it's kind of like you play Cork Rocks for Rory, you don't really play Ballyshannon.
Tell me, what is it about Rory Gallagher for both of you? What is it that really, how do you explain what he is, how he comes alive on stage, and it's a visual thing as much as the musical aspect of it, but why do you love him so much, both of you?
He just has a great stage presence, like he could turn a crowd alive in the palm of his hands in just a matter of seconds. And it's just the way he moves, like he's very fluid. And he'll just go all over the stage, and he's still playing a great show, like, and that's what makes it as well, because if you're up there just kind of rigid, just stuck there playing it, like, there's not much as liveliness or bounce you get out of when you're going mad all over the shop, like, And then the other part is just his pure talent. It's just pure raw talent that you just rarely get, like, you know.
Incredible, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's hard to explain.
I agree. That's what I was asking, because I'm always thinking about it, and I have no way of expressing it. But how about you, Jack?
This was it's funny you asked this, because I was talking to a friend of mine only recently about like why we like Rory, you know, and what makes us interested in his music and his live performances and watching videos of him and stuff, and being dedicated fans essentially of a guy who's unfortunately passed away. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So it's kind of, I think everybody has had their own personal experience with it. Like, for instance, with my first time hearing him, I still remember the day, and I remember the place I was. It was in the car, and we were driving past the Heineken Brewery, just turning onto the main road, just at the back of the Heineken Brewery. My dad goes, "Listen to this fella now, I'd say you'd like him," and he threw on Bad Penny, and sure, from the second that riff comes in, you're hooked. I basically hooked, and I think we were in town to go to the cinema or something that day, and I was like, "Nah, bring me home."
About him,
I was going, "Bring me home, I want to learn the song as soon as I can," you know, that kind of thing. And I suppose the second thing, as was said there about his live performances, like the first DVD of him I saw would have been the Irish tour 74.
I actually
I actually can't even explain it. The whole thing of it is brilliant. Like.
I remember going to see it in Triskel, you know, and I remember at the point that my father comes into the clip as well, I just nearly explode, like, with, you know, just, I love it so much. But the whole thing all the way through it's just incredible, really, how alive he is, like, you know?
It's just the whole idea, and he's such a down to earth fella then as well. Really easy to kind of
beautiful
relate to
person, And I remember when I was in my teens, he used to come into the shop, you know, when the shop was closed after 5:30 at the time, and he'd ring up my dad and say, can I pop in there and we'll have a chat and whatever, and they'd be in there for ages, and I'd be waiting to go home, and it didn't really mean as much to me there then at the time, you know, as a young kid, and I didn't really understand how amazing he was, but he'd be just trying out everything, like the saxophones, all the guitars, every single instrument. I mean, he was amazing. He really was, like, truly amazing. Adam, will you play something for us now?
I'm going to do Out in the Western Plain.
Excellent.
Jesse James.
Bunga Hill. What was the greatest battle ever on Bunga Hill? When me and a bunch of cowboys rode in the Buffalo Bill. Gama gaka gee gama gaka yee. Gama gaka gee gama gaka yee.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
Brilliant. I must say as well that the two of you are not connected in any way whatsoever. I mean, I just wanted you to come in here because I just know you for years as such enthusiasts and brilliant guitarists, but there's no connection between you. But it's good now the two of you met, and it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see the two of you going forward as you're in your career developing as serious musicians, I think. But one thing I remember when I was asking you, Adam, to play in store, for quite a while before that you used to come into the shop. And something that struck me, you know, I used to see you quietly moving around the shop, glancing at everything, and then just kind of, you see this compulsive kind of taking something up and playing it, you know, and very quiet and, you know, not needing any help or anything. Like, I used to be watching him going all around the shop playing every kind of instrument, you know.
Thanks.
And Jack, did you ever play the drums?
Oh yeah, I do play the drums.
Yeah,
I've been playing
I
the
had a
drums
feeling you did
nearly as long as I've been playing the electric guitar. No,
Good drummer as well. See,
well, an alright drummer, I suppose. I wouldn't be any Keith Moon or anything.
Yeah, but it's seriously talented, in fairness. I'm going to play one of my favourite tracks now. It's called I Fall Apart.
Oh yeah,
brilliant.
I've just about one more track I can play now, but I just want to say thanks very much to the lads for coming in. You're brilliant.
No bother.
Really
we love being here.
Yeah, great stuff. I just want to say a few things before I go. O Emperor's Virtuous album is out, so I'll try and get that. And the best gig of all time is going to be on tomorrow night in the Pav with John Bleck and the Rats.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And Land's End will be playing in store, and they'll be launching their EP tomorrow from 5 to 6. So next week we'll have Carl Nesbitt in studio as well. So thanks again, lads, for coming in. It was great stuff. Very appreciated. Cheers.
Thank you.
Mama's in the kitchen picking up a pie. Daddy's in the backyard. Get a job, son, you know you ought to try. I packed up my bag, I headed down.